All right, today we're going to review derivatives and some of the derivative rules. First thing, derivative of a constant is always zero. Reason that is, if you graph any type of constant line, it's straight across. Derivatives find the rate of change or slope, and because the slope is zero, the derivative of a constant is always zero. Power rule, if you have a variable to a power, our rule on finding the derivative is to take that power, drop it down, and then subtract 1 from that power. So as an example here, if we have this function g of x, that's the cube root of x squared. First thing we want to do is change that to exponential form. So that would be x to the 2/3. So when finding the derivative now, we drop that power down, so 2/3. New variable is 1 less than 2/3. So if you take 2/3 and minus 1, we'd need to get a common denominator, which is 3/3. And now if we subtract, we get negative 1/3. So our new exponent would be negative 1/3. That is a correct solution. Oftentimes on the AP test, though, they might not list it with a negative exponent. So if they drop that down to the denominator to make it positive, answer could look something like this. That would be correct as well. Also, if they move that back to the radical form, this is a third way that you may see the answer. So any of these three would be good solutions. Okay, if you have a constant multiplied to the function, what we can do is take that constant, move it outside the derivative, and then still just find the derivative of the function and multiply that constant back to it. Example right here, f of x, you got pi times x to the 4th. Pi is our constant. Let's just focus on x to the 4th. So if we did that derivative with our power rule, we're dropping down the 4. New power is 1 less, so 3, and then we multiply that pi back to our answer, and that would be the solution. On the next one, g of x, this one you got to be careful on if you're doing derivative here and you're thinking, oh yeah, I can drop that 5 down, so it's 30, and now the power's 1 less. That is incorrect here. Reason being, pi is not our variable. Our variable is still x. Pi is a constant. So be careful with pi and e. Even though they look like variables, they are constants. 6 pi to the 5th is a number we could figure out on the calculator. So derivative of a constant is just 0. So answer ends up being 0 there.